Same subject, same camera and setup, but one photo is better than the other. So I came across this horned grebe in the middle of the day, and I was pretty excited as this was my first encounter with the species, and I was shooting with my Nikon D500, and I had my 200 to 500 lens locked on and cranked out at 500 millimeters, and I began creating some images as it swam around looking for some food. And as you know, wildlife photography can be difficult when our subjects are never as close as we like and our lenses are never as long as we need them. So this was the result of those dozen or so photos from that first encounter. And then in post, I was able to crop in a little closer and I was happy with the image, but I knew I could create something better. So I came back a couple of hours later during golden hour to see if the grebe was still hanging around, and sure enough, it was. So this time I wanted to change my angle because in this image, I'm standing and shooting down at it, which usually isn't the best angle for shooting waterfowl. Now, I got a little bit lower, actually much lower. And by doing that, I was able to blur out the foreground and the background while keeping the middle of the frame sharp. That allowed the subject to separate and stand out. Now, with that golden light now shimmering across the marsh, the colors became softer and closer in tone to the grebe itself instead of competing with it. Those ripples also created a repeating pattern that was then broken by the bird, which immediately draws your eye to the hero of the image. Between the lower angle, the softer light, and the cleaner background, the composition is stronger and more intentional. How awesome is that? I love it. If you would like to learn photography faster, join my photography community to get more pro tips and feedback on your photos by commenting community, and I'll send you a link.